Nichola who played Joy in Joy to the World, is not a happy bunny, in particular with the Supreme Court and J.K. Rowling, of all people. So if you don't know, the Supreme Court several days ago now ruled in favour for women in Scotland who fought for the definition of woman to be put back to its original meaning. Hello and welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters, not by myself. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, switch on the notification bell so that you know I am releasing another video. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. I could not run this channel without you. I released a Doctor Who video at the weekend and we cover woke news in the week. And I do apologise that this one is very late today. I decided to spend Easter Monday with my family instead. Now, before we chat about what Nichola has said, let's take a look at what J.K. Rowling did that made Nichola angry.
Hello, sorry for the loud drilling noise. Hello, sorry for the
Before we chat about what Nichola has said, let's take a look at what J.K. Rowling did to make Nichola angry. She posted this tweet of her smoking a cigar and drinking a drink near the beach. And J.K. Rowling says, "I love it when a plan comes together. Hashtag Supreme Court, hashtag women's rights." That's what made Nichola angry with J.K. Rowling. Now, I just want to be clear on where I stand with trans people. I believe that gender dysphoria is a very real thing and that genuinely it needs to be treated, and I couldn't imagine what it is like to have it. There are trans creators who I watch. Those creators tend to remain grounded within their reality and generally do not push or support heavy activism, and I have a lot of respect for that. Now, I must admit that I never thought that I would see the day when we had to take the definition of woman and put it in for a debate in a court of law. But unfortunately, that has come to that, and I believe, in my personal opinion, that this has come because of a lot of activism. If you go back maybe 10 years, then I don't think this was ever up for any major debate. People just got on with their lives. And the reason why I think that happened, well, this is happening now, is because we were told that we had to be referred to as cis. In addition to that, a lot of our feminizing biological qualities within us began to be defeminized, and we were being called pregnant person or bleeders and things like that. And it would appear that women were not given options about gender neutral language from higher ups, and even practitioners would not have the decency to ask us. And it was like they were treading on eggshells. It even stemmed into policing our opinions or stating biological facts online, which resulted in ladies like Maya Forstater getting fired from her job, which is then why she sued her company. And women started putting their foot down, and the row got worse. The access to spaces were constantly being called into question, and trans women began competing in women's sports and having access to women's prisons and things like that. Now, I personally don't think that it is discrimination to have safe spaces given back to biological women, and I also think that biological men should be entitled to their own safe spaces as well. I think there is a reason to have a very fair balance throughout all of us in society. That's what I believe. However, I also do believe that the government, because they will probably have very little choice but to make this law, should look at access space for people in the trans community. I'm certainly all for them having their own spaces, their own bathrooms, their own sporting categories, and their own rights that do not infringe upon others' rights. I know the debate would then come, well, that it would be outing them by default. It's just my opinion. And I would say that it is really the activists that have made this difficult for women and the trans people who just want to live in peace in society. So that's where I stand on it. Now, I obviously I don't speak for trans women, but It's just my opinion. Now, Nichola is entitled to her opinion. So let's watch the video that she posted on Instagram in response to this ruling.
Hello, sorry for the loud drilling noises. I just wanted to make a video because, like many people, I'm completely horrified by the Supreme Court's ruling yesterday about trans people, and to see an already marginalised community being further attacked and attacked in law is really stomach churning and disgusting, and to see people celebrate it is more stomach churning and disgusting. So I want to start a fundraiser for Not a Phase, who are an incredible trans charity in the UK, and I will match any donation up to £10,000. Sorry, this is so noisy. And yes, I would urge you to donate and share. And if you are a cisgender person who is an ally of a trans person, I think now's the time to just sort of speak up and make your voice heard, and let your trans, non-binary friends and just the community at large know that you're there for them, and we'll keep fighting for them. And that's it.
That's what she said. And this is what she said about J.K. Rowling. And I will link this article below so that you can go and read it for yourself as well. Bridgerton star Nichola Coughlan hits out at J.K. Rowling after Harry Potter author celebrated Supreme Court gender ruling as trans activists take to the streets of London in protest. So there's a whole backstory with this article. I just have taken the little bit that she said. Today, however, Bridgerton star Nichola Coughlan, who was left completely horrified by Wednesday's ruling, hits back at J.K. Rowling's public celebration with a post on Instagram. The actor shared an article headlined, "This is a new low for J.K. Rowling," before taking a dig at HBO's new Harry Potter series, writing, "Keep your new Harry Potter, lads. Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot barge pole." Now, I do not have any clipped evidence of that particular post. I've not been able to find it anywhere, and it was an Instagram story from my understanding, and it's disappeared. I'm just wondering, though, if she had been considered for a role in it, or if she had thought of auditioning for it. I don't know. However, I think this is a smart move, actually, by Nichola, because she clearly can't stand the series because it's tied to J.K. Rowling, and I don't think she has anything nice to say about the author, like many people, and it would be a risk to her career to tie herself to the project and become like a certain former Disney princess speaking out against the original IP and its creator. She essentially is telling us where she stands, and that's okay for her to do so. In fact, I would be more keen to watch the Harry Potter series when people respond like this. This is how Papa Esiadu has responded to his casting. He posted this on Instagram. "An honour and a privilege to be going on this journey with these legends. We shall eat and we shall have leave no crumbs. See you at Hogwarts, Professor Snape," in the little kiss. That's professional, and no politics or critique of the negative views that have been stated from the Harry Potter fandom so far. Papa is showing the old star quality in this post, something that I wish people would do when they are attached to an IP, or at least when they're attached to an IP, not post their opinions and relate it to that IP. Now, Nichola isn't attached to it, but it just tells me that she knows that she would find it difficult to not do a Zegler. Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. Bye bye.